best case playoff one for Skip's Cowboys?
Best case scenario for me is that the Eagles lose, the 49ers lose, and there's the Cowboys right there prime picking to get the number 1 seed, and they Cowboy. And they lose.
You would love that.
I love that. No, actually, the best scenario for them is the 5 seed and play Tampa. Because Tampa doesn't possess the firepower I think Sunday was an anomaly. That's an outlier. Everything that I had seen up until Sunday, nothing told me Sunday was possible. So I'm just going to base it on what I've seen this entire season from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is an ideal matchup. Now, look, I don't like I said, I don't know if you want to be the 5s. I don't know if you can. How do you play Minnesota? I would love to play Minnesota, but they can't drop down low enough, Skip. They can't go down to the 6th seed. They're implanted. They're etched in stone in the 5 spot. So now it all depends. If Philly, let's say if Philly loses and then Cowboys loses, that means 49ers goes. The 49ers could easily get to the 1 spot. Because all they got to do is beat Arizona, who's on their backup to the backup to the backup to the backup.
They will beat Arizona.
They'll beat Arizona. So they theoretically get the 1 seed, Skip.
Yep.
But I think all things being equal, there's a lot of scenarios. If the Eagles do this, if the 49ers do that, and yada, yada, yada. Cowboys in the 5 spot and deal with Tampa. Your defense should be able to feast. Micah, so if I'm the Cowboys, I might, and you know the, Skip, you see what the NFL did? They didn't announce any times. Because they don't want nobody. They don't want nobody pocket. They don't want nobody watching. Because they know, well, I can't move up or down. I ain't playing nobody, and the NFL doesn't want that. So,
pretty soon they're going to have to give up the time.
They say, hey, we don't know what time. We'll let y'all know like Friday.
Okay. Well, it could do in Dallas because Dallas needs to know what Philly's doing before Dallas decides to rest or not. Right?
Exactly. And but that's what the NFL is trying to prevent, Skip. You know, before. They're like, oh, such and such played well. We're going to rest our guys. Nah, the NFL said, no, we don't want that to happen. So I think all things being equal, Cowboys in the 5 spot, deal with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the 4 spot, 4 plays 5, and then I like where I'm situated.
Okay.
Because you want to try to skip, if all things being equal, I really would like to try to avoid the Eagles until at least the championship game. And that way, you know, and play, maybe go to the 49ers or something like that. But I'm really trying to stay away from the Eagles. Not all the marbles are there's a heap of pressure on the Eagles, Skip. There's a heap of pressure on them. So now, hey, Micah, you can tell that's not a system.
No.
Jalen Hurts.
You know what? He looks worse and worse.
Jalen Hurts. I don't think Jalen Hurts is scoring 10 points.
No. Okay, to your first point. The Eagles are reeling.
Yeah.
It's no done deal that they're going to win the division or the 1 seed, but then that depends upon the Giants, who already clinched, and it looks like they're going to rest unless they decide, let's just go ahead and play for a while and see what happens. Daniel Jones has come of age or come of something. I don't know, but that may have been his best game of his life yesterday.
Yeah.
Because he ran as well as he threw it.
Yeah.
So...
against what's left of the Colts.
Okay,
I think they quit a long time ago.
I think you're right. And that's probably going to be the end of Jeff Saturday. Yeah. I'm sure he's going to be a quote-unquote candidate, but he's not going to be Jeff Sunday anymore.
No.
Okay. So the Giants have no reason to play hard or play to win this game except to maintain their momentum. But it is a deep, long-lasting, from the trenches kind of NFC East rivalry. So it's possible they just say, let's just go play.
Right.
The point is, will Jalen Hurts now finally play? Well, he has to. He just has no choice. Yeah. Is he hurt worse than we think? I don't know, because I can't get off the fact that after he got hurt at Chicago, he threw for 110 yards and ran for a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Right. I don't know, ran for a big 3rd down. It's just hard for me to make 2 + 2 equal you're that hurt.
Right.
But he apparently is, and they didn't want to risk it for 2 games, and now they're in some trouble.
Skip, they ain't got no choice.
Yeah.
They don't have a choice. I mean, they were hoping, and they played well enough. They were playing well enough until Gardner Minshew reverted back to Gardner Minshew.
He did.
And you start, even against the Cowboys. Skip, minus the 4 turnovers, the Eagles win that ball game.
Easy.
And then yesterday, they're getting back into the ball game, and he hits Lattimore right in the chest and pick 6, and the game, for all intents and purposes, is over.
Yep, I agree. It's not good when you start to doubt yourself, especially on defense this late in the season.
Yeah.
So do I think that Jalen Hurts could rise and shine and win this game? Yes, I do. So I'm pretty sure the Eagles are going to win the division and win the 1 seed.
Right.
The alternative to that, just for the record, would be, what if somehow we do win at Washington and win the division and the 1 seed? I doubt we'd win the 1 seed. San Francisco's got the tiebreaker. But if we win the division, there's a scenario whereby we would have to face Aaron Rodgers at Jerry World.
Right.
Well, this is damned if you do or don't, because I don't love that. But you know what? I would take that. This is just me. I would take that over at Brady. I just would. Okay.
Given what Aaron Rodgers and the Packers have done to your team in the playoffs, I don't think you've ever been. Have you ever? You did back in the mid '90s when you beat the Packers in the playoffs.
Beat them in the playoffs.
Yeah. But normally, when Brett Favre was there, you guys beat him.
We beat him regularly.
Yeah. But early on, and the dads didn't catch it, and Aaron comes to after you have beat them in the regular season in 2016.
That's correct.
I don't think you sure you want Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, here's my part. Again, I believe in Brady because I think you should believe in his resume.
Right.
Because it's the GOAT resume.
Yeah.
And what he did yesterday horrified me because I didn't see it coming. And he took the game over in reverse of how I thought he would. I thought if they're going to win, he needed to front run and just say, we got this. We're going to just put you guys away and you're going to quit. You're going to give it up because we're going to show you out of the box we're better.
Right.
No, they're down 14 and then they're down 21-10.
Right.
And he kept answering by throwing to Mike Evans. And I keep harking back to opening night. What did it foretell? Well, that was Dak's worst game of the year, and it's not even close. He stunk in that game, and then he got hurt in that game and was gone for 5 games, right?
Yes.
The Bucs would have a lot of confidence, I believe, playing against Dallas. And Fox Bet already makes the Bucs a 1.5-point favorite. Well, you get 3-ish for home field, so you could say Dallas is still slightly favored. But I thought maybe Dallas would go in there like 6 or 7-point favorite.
But let me ask you this, Skip. Given what we know now, do you feel as confident about the Bucs defense as you did opening the season? I don't.
Okay, I hear all of the above, but let me just read you a quick quote.
Okay.
This is from Anthony Nelson, who did have a big sack yesterday. And he's a decent player. He's got all they have as a pass rusher, he and Tryon Stoyanka. Okay, this is from Anthony Nelson after the game yesterday, and it sums up who they are and why they scare me to death. He says, it's almost like a sick joke because you're just sitting on the sideline 14-0 down, and you're like, 12 will do something, meaning Brady.
Right.
He'll figure it out. And eventually, maybe it's not that quarter, it's a quarter later, he starts making a couple plays, it's tied up, it's a close game, and that really motivates us as a defense because we know even when it's 14-0, if we can hold them, 12 in the offense will get us back in the game.
Right.
Well, I believe that does fuel the defense.
But here's the thing. Yes, if he said, well, if. Against the 49ers, you couldn't hold them.
No.
Against Kansas City, you couldn't hold them. So that's the thing, Skip. Granted, coming into the season, we just knew, man, they're healthy, everybody's there. That's the best the Bucs defense has looked from start to finish the entire season. Have they played well in stretches? Yes. Have they played well for a quarter? Have they played well for a half? Yes. But for an entire game, the best they've looked this year was against your Cowboys. Mm-hmm. Now, the thing that the Cowboys can do that a lot of other teams can't is that they have multiple guys that can go get Brady. Really, yesterday, only Panthers had Brian Burns.
Okay.
You still got Armstrong. You still have
Derek Brown is an absolute load, but he's not a passer.
Right. But you look at what you got Williams, kid. You got Fowler. You got D-Law. You got Michael. You got Armstrong.
Okay, and remember, Micah does have a club on his right hand now. He's got a big old cast.
Yeah, he does.
And I don't know what it is. They don't say it.
We call it the drumstick.
Drumstick, okay. he played very well with the drumstick, I thought.
But, Skip, it's hard because you want to be able to do this, and I can't grab.
No.
So basically, I'm out there. There's a reason why there's not been a whole lot of one. Shaquem Griffin but Skip, he wasn't.
It's hard, man.
He wasn't an every down player.
Well, you're literally fighting with one hand tied behind your back.
Exactly. And this is a very